Ingrid Awade est une figure politique et économique togolaise de premier plan, souvent surnommée la Dame de Fer, en raison de son influence au sein de l'administration du pays. Elle occupe actuellement le poste de directrice générale de la Caisse nationale de sécurité sociale, CNSS, l'organisme national de sécurité sociale du Togo. Née le 3 mars 1974, elle est considérée comme l'une des personnalités les plus influentes du cercle rapproché du président Faure Gnassingbé. Elle dirige la CNSS depuis avril 2017. Depuis sa nomination, elle a piloté les investissements de l'organisme dans des secteurs stratégiques tels que l'immobilier, la santé et l'énergie. Sous sa direction, la CNSS s'est lancée dans des projets d'envergure, notamment l'hôpital de référence d'Octa Alafi et divers projets immobiliers et énergétiques, comme la centrale électrique performante de Kekli. Elle a été directrice générale des impôts de 2006 à 2012. Reconnue pour la mise en œuvre de réformes fiscales et d'ajustements importants visant les principaux acteurs économiques du Togo, elle a dirigé l'administration fiscale togolaise, où elle a acquis le surnom de Dame de Fer pour ses réformes fiscales rigoureuses et ses ajustements ciblés. Elle était également chargée de l'organisation du secteur informel. Elle a été nommée parmi les 25 femmes d'affaires les plus influentes d'Afrique par Jeune Afrique 2013 et parmi les 50 personnalités africaines les plus influentes par Confidential Africa en 2020. Elle a été décorée du titre de commandeur de l'ordre de Monoï en 2014. Elle est titulaire d'un diplôme d'ingénieur financière de l'Université de Poitiers, 1998. Awade est reconnue pour ses performances managériales et ses efforts de numérisation au sein du système de sécurité sociale togolais. Cependant, ses liens politiques étroits et sa mainmise sur l'administration fiscale ont également fait d'elle un sujet de débat dans les commentaires politiques togolais. Elle est une proche collaboratrice et conseillère du président togolais Faure Gnassingbé, l'aidant à gérer des intérêts financiers clés de l'État. Elle a siégé au conseil d'administration de diverses institutions et a précédemment dirigé la société de gestion et d'intermédiation, SGI, une filiale de la bourse régionale, BRVM.
Dole nyɔnu viwo tugbedzeviwo be nyɔnu na veve na wo la yi fie nyɔnuwo be nyɔ fifia de o la ke dzo no wɔ premier dame be doa kwa wadzo so premier dame be doa no toto wadzo de o la o légalement be we ni premier dame la nyɔnu o la ke dzo wɛ o la ke yi enua dapango be dzia le funua fi ke ave kpɔ nyɔnuwo le kusi le ŋutɔ ayi funua ado bɔtun aɖe rɔba ka o su be bɔtun keke kpa yi funu kpa avec kpɔ be mi kpɔ nyɔnuwo enu ya ye mi le wɔ le fia fi ke mi va kuna si le ya de funtɔ enu ke mi dza wa mi ado pɔmpi le dua me leke yo la va do pɔmpi na nyɔnuwo keke o la ke no wɔ premier dame be doa quoi o la ke no wɔ premier dame be doa munyi be ede tse wa le gɔme le funua be enyi Sandra Ablamba, Johnson, Lonson, Akoison, Gbakpan. Mi la ke jo no wo premier, ni nyanye ni mi Awade, nyanu ke nyama no we wan lo. Ma no wo premier dambe doke yo amo ona. Michelle Obama o be premier dambe doke ona.
Nkaka wo yo fifi. Johnson, Lonson, Wilson, Wilson,
Mawabason, les pieds.
David, on est dit
Mawabason.
Ni Mawabason yo, Mawaba lui songe, ma coupe va tirer les pieds songe.
Je sais les dit que les
je sais dit à les dire, on peut pas les provoquer va.
Non, sérieusement, là, ma ok, d'accord, ok, ojo so eso devo, kaka jobe, ni eba janvier à l'ossoin, au divine, ok, d'accord. Tijero majo no wo, et nous, à no premier dame be doke, toye premier dame wona. Malgré, ni ti trangba la si, on to chan officiellement, to chare, jo no webe doa, ni o mo yare he, a mongo va no, amungo va no so sorcière so no ngolo de jiola. Amungo va no so Jezabel no ngolo de jiola. Ni wo doa la. nous vio. Vas-y, déconne.
Enya tagbo kufuna nyonu wa he. No to c'est
et traîner quoi.
Nyamnya be nyana gbo nyam glone souvent. Ne hungbo no gouvernement en même temps ndeko. Ne kakonu bupo no gouvernement en même temps ndeko a. Munyu honvi o la te ndeko quoi. Surtout nyonu ko trodo fora. Wabe nous grand o semuso nous sotolo. Mita chikpo pagai. Ye enke venam le fort boigny veriko. Et distribué na distinction hors du mono en agnon mo kekekeke ni so 2025 va sur national ensemble. Alors que hors du mono bon du moins mérite ende benya au-delà acte de bravoure au-delà do c'est une totore nato et togo voilà so distinction son nom. Je me demande qu'est-ce signal ensemble on a togo kaka on l'a décoré on l'a chevalier de l'ordre du mono.
Et on a ne hovo kaka va no togo.
Ewa bonheur forest ewa.
De funam fait 2017 et so.
De funam yo. Amelia bonheur forest ko be de funaya. Yeah.
2017 a leur manifestation sous connexion. 2025 a leur manifestation sous connexion. Alors que CDA ou l'année 2017B sous connexion parce que droit de la communication c'est un droit fondamental. Voir 2025 sous connexion. Et en dépit de ça, fort ouais, chevalier de l'ordre du mono. Et fort Ingrid Awade chevalier de l'ordre du mono depuis 2014. Et j'aimerais bien le Ingrid Awade nkebe wona togo kaka be mérité et ni mérite on et be mérité
et poto mena fort
ma zone poto venu
et ya mérité toi et poto mena fort
fier bon OK.
Ingrid Awade is a prominent Togolese business executive and political figure often described as the Iron Lady for her influential role in the country's administration. She currently serves as the Director General of the Caisse Nationale de Sécurité Sociale, CNSS, Togo's National Social Security Fund. Born in March 3, 1974, she is often described as one of the most influential figures in President Faure Gnassingbé Bey's inner circle. She is currently the Director General of the National Social Security Fund, CNSS, in Togo, a position she has held since April 2017, since her appointment. She has led the fund's investment in strategic sectors including real estate, health, and energy. Under her leadership, the CNSS has expanded into large-scale projects, including the Dr. Alafai Reference Hospital and various real estate and energy ventures like the Kekele Efficient Power Plant. She was Director General of Taxes from 2006 to 2012, known for implementing significant tax reforms and adjustments for major economic players in Togo. She led Togo's tax administration, where she earned the nickname Iron Lady for her rigorous fiscal reforms and tax adjustments targeting major economic actors. She was responsible for organizing the informal sector. She was former Director General of Taxes from 2006. She was named one of the 25 most influential businesswomen in Africa by Jeune Afrique 2013, and one of the 50 most influential African personalities by Confidential Africa in 2020. She was awarded the title of Commander of the Order of Mono in 2014. She holds a degree in financial engineering from the University of Poitiers in 1998 in France. Awade is recognized for her managerial performance and digitalization efforts within the Togolese social security system. However, her close political ties and firm hand in tax administration have also made her a subject of debate in Togolese political commentary. She's a close associate and advisor to Togolese President Faure Gnassingbé, helping to manage key state financial interests. She has served on the board of various institutions and previously managed the Société de Gestion Intermediation, SGI, a subsidiary of the Regional Stock Exchange, BRVM.
Mbere edoke ye o ejupete me yovo be juyo me premier dama edoko wona ye be kpona ye wa ah dole non vio tu beje vio be nyon na vevere na o la ifie nyon be nyon officially o la ke jono wo premier dame be do apa waju so premier dame be do non toto waju de o la we legalement be we ni premier dame la ola ke jowe ola ke enua dapango be dia le funu afiki avec po nunu le kusilo nto ayi funua ado botu wade roba ka oshube botu wa keke pa yi funu pa avec po o mi po nunu enu ya emi le wo le fi afiki mi va kuna silea de funto enu ke mi ja wa mi ado pompi le dwameleke yo la va do pompi na nunu keke ola ke no wo premier dambe doa quoi ola ke no wo premier dambe doa munyibe de chenwa le gomele funu abe ni Sandra Ablamba Johnson Lonson Akoison egbapan mi la ke jono wo premier ni nyanye ni mi Awade nyanu ke nyama no we wanlu mano wo premier dambe doke yo amona Michelle Obama be premier dambe doke wona
nkoko wo yo fifi Johnson Wilson Akweson Olemobe nuya
Mawabason les pieds
David le dia
Mawabason
ni Mawabason yo Mawaba ni songe ba couper ba chere bien ya songe
Gisela le dia
on peut pas le provoquer va
non sérieusement là ma onya Ok, d'accord. Ok, ojo so eso devo kaka jo be yin e ba janvier alo soin o divine. Ok, d'accord. Ti jero majo no wo enu ano wo premier dame donc e to e premier dame wona. Malgré ni ti trangba la si on to cha officiellement to cha de jo no we be doa ni o mo ya re he amongo va no amongo va no so sorcière so no ngolo de jiola. Amongo va no so Jezabel no ngolo de jiola. Ni wo doa la.
Pardon.
Nous vio. Vas-y, déconne.
Et nous, t'as beaucoup funanyo nous no to ça dit.
Et traîner quoi?
Nyamnya be nyana gbo nyam glone souvent. Ne humbo no gouvernement en même temps ndeko. Ne kakonu bupo no gouvernement en même temps ndeko a. Muni honvi o la te ndeko quoi. Surtout nous ko trodo fora. Wabe nous dran o senso nous sotolo. Mita chikpo pagay. Ye enke venam le for boigny veriko. Et distribué na distinction hors du mono en agnon nous keke ni so 2025 va sur national ensemble. Alors que hors du mono bon du moins mérite ende benya au-delà acte de bravoure au-delà do c'est une totore nato et togo voilà so distinction son nom. Je me demande qu'est-ce qu'il y a ensemble on a togo kaka ola décoré ola o chevalier de l'ordre du mono.
Et on a ne hovo kaka va no glo togo.
Ewo bonheur forest ewa.
Et de funam fait 2017 et so connexion.
Ameli o bonheur forest ko be de funaya. Yeah.
2017 a manifestation sous connexion. 2025 a leur manifestation sous connexion. Alors que CDA ou l'année 2017 B sous connexion parce que droit de la communication c'est un droit fondamental. Voir on sait 2025 sous connexion et en dépit de ça fort ouais chevalier de l'ordre du mono. Il fort Ingrid Awade chevalier de l'ordre du mono depuis 2014. Et j'aimerais bien Ingrid Awade nkebe wona togo kaka be mérité et ni mérite on et be mérité
e poto mena fo
ma je poto venu
e ya mérité toi e poto mena fo
fier bon OK.
I waited 1 whole year to do this video, right? I'll go straight into the point. You guys remember when I got married in 2025, right? And the first news that broke out during my wedding time was that I unfollowed a certain actress because, one, my wife didn't like her or something. Secondly, because she wished someone a happy birthday and all of that. I saw all those news trending, you know, at the time, and I didn't want to respond. I personally decided not to respond, and my wife didn't want me to respond to anything. She just wanted me to, you know, have a good time because it was our wedding period and all of that. Now, why am I saying this now? I'm saying this because at the time it was painful. I've forgiven everyone. I've forgiven all of them. But I have to say this for future purposes, right? In case tomorrow my children in the future get to see all of those news, they will also see that there was a time where I had to defend myself, okay? Let's get straight into the business. Number one, my wife didn't have issues with anybody at the time. My wife is somebody who hardly talks. She's one of the most peaceful persons I've ever met in my life. She doesn't talk, she doesn't like trouble, she doesn't like drama, right? So everything was solely between me and this fellow. Now, this was what happened. When they said I unfollowed the person because I unfollowed the actress because she wished someone a happy birthday, it was lie, right? I was in this lady's house a day before she made that birthday post, or rather a night before, because we were there till like 2 a.m. This actress kept condemning the person she was wishing happy birthday, saying all sorts of things about that person. I didn't have issues with that person, right? I may not have ended up with that person, but it was for very valid reasons. And note, I didn't leave anybody. I didn't dump anybody. I didn't break any heart. I was the one who was dumped. I was the one who was left. I was the one who was used. I was the victim. So I didn't leave anybody. They left me. But this video is not about that one. It's about the actress. So this actress kept condemning that person a lot, said a lot of terrible things about that person. We were just listening. Even told us that that person had intentions of attacking us physically and spiritually on our wedding day. We still didn't say anything. The same actress said she was going to bring anointing oil to anoint my wife on my wedding day as to avoid or prevent that other person from attacking us spiritually. So she said she was going to be with my wife on my wedding day to make sure no evil person touches my wife, to make sure this and that doesn't happen and all that. It's okay. We kept quiet. We were just listening. We didn't say much. And I said, okay. She also said she has not been in touch with this person for a long time. I mean, the actress said she has not been in touch with that person for a very long time. Said they've not been talking. That person and her mom has been trying to reach out to her, but she's not been talking to them because of what they did to me, blah, 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 blah. I say, me, I don't have issues with these people, okay? I don't have issues with these people. But, I mean, all these things you are saying now, it's okay. Now, after saying all of these things, the next day, this person posted the same person she was condemning the previous day, the same person she was warning us against. And she posted this person with sweet words. Okay? Posted the person. This is the chat. And I reached out to her via DM. I said, I don't understand you. You are wishing this person happy birthday on my wedding week. I don't have issues with who you post. But I mean, in my wedding week, you are posting this person same time, same wedding week. You were condemning this person previously. I don't know who to believe. Whether you or whoever, I don't know who to believe. And I mean, as my person, I have a right, as my friend that she was, I had a right to say, look, I'm not comfortable with this thing. You told me A yesterday and you are acting B today. I don't understand. Make it straight, get it clear. Where do you belong? And that was it. And this actress did not respond to my DM. What did she do? She made a screenshot of the DM, forwarded it to a lot of persons, including her priest, right? And I'll tell you, her priest found a way to support her because he is her priest, which I didn't expect, because I mean, as a man of God, you should be neutral. You know me, you know her. Though you are closer to her, I met you through her. It's okay. But I at least use the word of God as a yardstick to fix the problem. That was what I expected. But the priest, I don't know, for whatever reason, was on her side. I reached out to her husband. I said, look, this is it. And the next thing, she also sent the screenshot to a lot of persons. And then the only person, surprisingly, the only person in her sphere of contact that did not support her was her mom. The mom kept pleading on her behalf, apologizing to me on her behalf. I said, look, my son, forget this thing. We are family, we are this, we are that. Let's just fix this thing. I apologize. What she did was wrong. I have spoken to her and I have told her explicitly that what she did was wrong. And I said, okay. The next thing, there was a gang up against me during my wedding. The gang up, the first person who was supposed to be my best man was Brain Jota, who was my best man in the traditional marriage. Now, Brain Jota couldn't be my best man in my white wedding because he had a brand trip to make in South Africa. So that thing was impromptu. It pained me because he was like my person, my real guy that I wanted, all right? So I started looking for anybody, you know, this person, this same actress and her husband now suggested another actor, Flashboy. I now approached Flashboy. Flashboy is my guy, you know, but we were not so close to be best man, right? He was even surprised. Why me? You get closer. I say, they don't already they make the suit too. I just think person way the body go just, you know, still fitting. After that, Flashboy had something. He now said he had something to do on that day, and he couldn't. He tried to excuse them for that project, but they refused, so he couldn't make it. So they now suggested I use the person that I used. Now we had to start a fresh suit urgently, which I paid for. We took the measurements, you know, and all of that. So he already was supposed to be one of the groomsmen, just one of the groomsmen. So I now told the designer, I said, okay, just convert this thing. Let me add money to the groomsmen own that he paid and all of that. So you just do for him for the best man. That's fine. The next thing, there was a gang up against me. Who was spearheading this gang up? This same actress. This same actress was the one who suggested the designer who made my wife's clothes. And in the midst of this a day to my wedding, my wife's dress was not ready. The designer was rude, saucy, insultive. I got so angry at the shop. We had, you know, some verbal altercation and all of that. And she now told the designer to seize my wife's wedding dress. This was a day to my wedding. She instructed, because the designer was loyal to her, she instructed the designer to seize my wife's wedding dress. And I said, okay, what do we do? I now called all of these things. I believe was also because I did not give her the job of a wedding planner to do for my wedding. I had another person in mind and I didn't want to use friendship. And I'm grateful to God that I used Amadiva Bridals for my wedding till tomorrow. If my children grow up, say Amadiva go still plan their wedding. So it was Amadiva that now approached, did back and forth. At the end of the day, the dress came. It was not even a perfect size. Because while they were delaying, I paid for a second dress. They started doing amendments, just like a day or the day of the wedding, I don't know. Finally, this same actress, with all of the things this person had done at this time, this person still came to my wedding nonchalantly, came to my wedding to create content, came with video person recording her, came close to me and was giving signal for them to record me and her so that she would post and vindicate herself online. I saw all those things, I didn't say anything. And so some persons around her started gaining wisdom at the time, like, no, this is too much, this is bad, this will do this guy. This was the same person where I carried her wedding for head. I arrived at the city of her wedding days before the traditional marriage, and not just the white wedding. Days before, I rented cars. I brought two of her favorite gospel singers, which made the headlines, which was what made her to trend and got her to the level where she is today. I did all of those things, spent millions. I sorted out everything, made sure everything was in place. I was there for her. Even when social media was dragging her, I came out to defend her. I took bullets for her. I'm just talking about wedding. No. I'm not even talking about the things and the risk I had taken because of this person, and the things I had selflessly done for this person. So let's put that aside. Whatever we do for God, you know. But I just felt like, as a friend, I didn't deserve all those things. So there was a certain blogger that was, blasting this news, writing about me, writing about my wife. For Christ's sake, I just got married at the time. This certain blogger was just throwing tantrums back and forth over and over and over again. And I spoke to somebody. I said, "Do you know this faceless blogger?" And the person said yes. I said, "Please put me on the call with this blogger." He put me on the call with the blogger. I said, "This thing you are posting, somebody has to be giving you this information. What is all this? These things are not even true. What are you writing? You know me before. What thing happened?" And the person said, "Yes, they paid me to write." I said, "Okay. How much did they pay you?" Said, "I think 200,000 or 250, I can't remember." And then I said, "Okay, drop your account." And I sent $500,000. I said, "Tell me who paid you." And there, the blogger began to mention names, began to mention these people. I said, how does somebody tell a lie? How does somebody tell a lie? And then, sorry, I'm not going to put the Instagram chat, right? Except they come out to say I am lying, and then we'll get to the main business. And the next thing, I was thinking, how can somebody tell a lie and still fund the lie? Like, pay to propagate lies against somebody who is supposed to be your friend or even a brother. So I was depressed. I was so sad. My comment sections were bloody. People were lambasting me, insulting me. Insult me is not a problem. But insulting my innocent wife, who had no hand in any of these things, who was not against. No, see, before this person got married, this person got married 2024, I guess. Is it 2023? This November 2023. And the next thing, before the wedding, I sent her a movie script. I said, "There's a movie I want us to do." I didn't send script, I sent synopsis. I said, "Get one job, I want me and you do." She was like, okay, but please, let's just do the wedding. I said, okay. We now did the wedding trended. She got more famous, got more followers and all of that. After the wedding, I said, "Oh yeah, have fun, let's just shoot this job. This is like 2 or 3 days job." And she said, no, that she has to go for honeymoon and come back. I said, okay, I go wait. Went for honeymoon, came back. I said, "How far?" And she said that she's trying to rest. She has not started working. I said, this one don't turn whining, you know. Okay. So how is it going to be? Give me dates that is convenient for you. This person gave me dates. And I moved my team of 13 persons from Lagos to Asaba, because this person said she cannot travel to Lagos for the job. I said, no problem. Let us shoot the film in Asaba. I came to Asaba. We paid for apartments, paid for everything we needed. Only for me to go and buy tiger nuts from a shop. And I met her husband there. Freshman shop, Summit Road, Asaba. Met her husband. He said, "You there, Asaba?" And we don't even know. I said, "Your wife knows say I did now. Nah, job with me and I want to carry me come." He said, "Which job?" I said, "A job with me and your wife they do now. They start on so date." He said, "No, that his wife is not available for that date." I said, "How do you mean?" She gave me the date by herself. He said, "Yes, the wife has given someone else that date. That he is telling me as a husband that the wife will not be there for my job." Lo and behold, she didn't show up. She didn't take my call. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who to call. I was confused. My team were in the hotel and the apartments doing nothing. It was terrible. We talked back and forth. She wasn't responding. We waited for a few days and we had to go back to Lagos without shooting anything. I was now thinking, which other actress would fit in? Because the supposed title of this movie was My Bestie. So I wrote that story for us, for this particular person. So who would fit in? I started thinking, and we thought about another actress that I told about the whole thing now suggested Sonia. And so I remember, I get Sonia number. I started calling Sonia Uchi. Sonia was busy, but God touched her heart. She had to squeeze out time, for us to shoot. Sonia gave us only 2 days. I said, okay, we'll be fast. I know it's impromptu. You didn't plan for it, but it is what it is. And thank God Sonia came through. And we shot it. And I changed the title to Stand By Me. So as a result of that, we were now having issues. We were not talking until she got pregnant. She said she couldn't shoot because she was pregnant. But you shot like 6 movies with the pregnancy before she now traveled abroad to go and give birth. Now, this is the main thing now. At that time, we're not talking. At this time, I never even talk of my own wedding. We were not talking. Just not be saying we be enemies, but just day, because she didn't apologize for what happened. Just day your day, my day, everybody good day. Right? One night, she called me around 1 or 2 a.m. Nigerian time, because she was abroad. Said she's heavily pregnant. She's gonna give birth very soon, like pretty soon. And at this point, I was already planning my own wedding. But like I said, I don't even do introduction. No, I never do introduction that time. I can't remember anyway. But I don't already tell my wife. I don't tell my wife, say I don't meet my wife. We don't date for long. I don't tell her, say I go marry her. So at this time, say she doesn't want to have a baby when she and her closest paddy they talk. So she's just calling to say sorry for what happened with that movie. I said, no problem. I forgive you. And we made up and everybody was happy. I said, have your baby, we are waiting. Now, this actress had the baby. We were talking, I kept in touch throughout the entire process. In fact, I was even the one who was supposed to arrange for cars to pick her from Lagos airport. Because the day she returned, I think I was not in Lagos. I was in Abuja for Brain Jotta's show. His first show in Abuja. Meanwhile, he's doing another one, May. So you guys get involved again. So I was in Abuja, so I couldn't make it. Now, when she now returned to Asaba, I now traveled to Asaba. Myself and some other guys, I got them. I said, I'm going to visit this my person. She just born. So let us, let's buy some things. The video was posted. But, a lot of items took all those things to her. To say, oh, congratulations. Saw the baby for the first time. It was beautiful. It was after then, I now wanted to propose to my wife in Abuja. And I called her on video. And somehow say, this one way the married person where we don't know. I say, no worry, I know him. You don't need to know the person. She not be the married. I know him. She say, but you don't think I'm. I say, whoa, I know be small pikin. Relax, everywhere good. The day I was going to engage my wife, I spoke to Apostle Femi Lazarus, Apostle Johnson Suleiman, Pastor Nen Naike. I spoke to some. I'm an orphan. I don't have parents biologically, but I have plenty parents. So I spoke to these persons, and they gave their blessings. They asked a few questions. They met with my wife. Apostle Femi Lazarus met with my wife before my wedding. And so, before the engagement, rather, the day I did the engagement, in the morning, we worshipped in his church in Abuja. And so, I said, no worry, everywhere good. I've even prayed about it. So, God has given me a go ahead. So, that's it. And then, she said, okay. As we're doing the engagement, she called on video call, which I think the picture I posted, called on video call, she was happy and all of that. Say, oh, we have a wedding to plan. So I think maybe when she didn't get the job, she started saying, okay, we'll use her vendors, we'll use this person, she'll give us this vendor, she'll give us that vendor. I said, okay, call the vendors. She was calling them, I was paying. But when this whole drama started during my wedding, she began to control the vendors, telling them what to do, late hours to arrive. She was frustrating my wedding. And the truth is, like I said, I have forgiven, but I don't think I'll ever forget what they did to me, because that thing they did to me has made me a different person, has made me to see life differently. What they did to me has made me to understand that there is actually no friendship in this world. Anybody can mess you up anytime. That thing broke my trust for people, made me tighten up, made me less, I don't know, I don't want to use the word depressed, but I mean, it is what it is. And then a lot happened though, but I can only go into deeper details. I swear to God, if anybody comes out to say what I said in this video is a lie, that is when I will now really give social media drama. I'm doing this because my wedding is 1 year, and to be honest, 1 year is enough to heal from anything. For me, 1 year is enough. I've healed from all of these things. It affected me terribly for about 10 months. I lost, during the time they said I unfollowed this person, I lost over 65,000 followers on Facebook. Yeah, it happened. It broke me. My engagement dropped. I got scared of posting. Each time I want to post, to click that post, my heart could beat. My heart could beat because I don't know what they will comment. People were blasting me terribly. A lot of them. Yeah, some of now will blast me. I haven't saved on a picture self. Well, at the end of the day, once you just look, you could just lock up. These things happen. But it made me stronger. Before on Facebook, if people DM me, I need your help, I used to help. But now I didn't believe in humans anymore. I felt everybody was lying. I felt everybody would, embarrass me or harass me someday. I felt everybody was after my life. It was another type of depression. But God saved me. Most friends left, but Jesus stayed. So I just want to thank all those of you, the very few friends who stayed and encouraged me. Brain Jota, Frank Edwards, I just want to thank you guys. I mean, it was a tough period, really tough period. But thank God for where we are today. We are 1 year stronger. We are 1 year wiser. We are 1 year bigger. And by the grace of God, more testimonies will come our way and come your way in this 2026. Just be careful those you call your friends. And let me tell you this, every human being has all it takes to disappoint you. Don't trust too much. No matter how you love and trust people, do that with your brain and let God lead you to the true friends. Don't choose your friends. Let Jesus choose them for you. Destiny will bring genuine people your way. And when the non-genuine ones come, move away, because they just have one aim: to hurt you. Be careful, be wise, and be smart. God bless you. So over the weekend, I posted that previous video that you watched when I was talking about the certain actress. And since after that video dropped, there's nothing this actress has not done. There's no format she has not used, to achieve what she wants. People have called me, several people. She has called people who are very dear to me, and they've used threats, they've used different things. I heard everything you said, all the things you told the people. I heard all those things, but it doesn't even move me, because the worst has already happened to me. The worst you can do, you have done it. So you can't do more than that. I want to state a few things, right? I want to state a few things, and I want to wrap up this thing, because I'm a Christian, and Christianity goes in line with moderation. I don't want to overflog this thing, because I need to get back to my job. I'm a content creator, I'm a stand-up comedian, and of course I'm a filmmaker. I have movies that I want to drop, so I want to get back to work and get done with this thing. So most likely this is going to be my last video on this matter, unless the Holy Spirit gives me utterance, because me, I know they like do something just like that. Now, let me state a few things. First of all, you called my pastor, who is also my mother, right? When you called her, you said a lot of things to her, which I find really disrespectful. You told her that she had better warn her stupid son. That was what you told her. You told her that you should warn me to be careful. If not, you are just saying this thing now in case I vanish, so that they will know it's you that did it. That's what you told her. You gave her more than 40 missed calls. She was trying to tell you that she was having an online service. You kept calling her profusely. And you told her to better warn her stupid son. That was disrespectful. I would never speak to your mother like that. I would never speak to a person of that age that way. And I feel like you owe her an apology. But that's by the way. Now, a lot of people, because I didn't post or I didn't add any evidence, because the aim is different, right? Now, after she posted who she posted, this was my message to her that she didn't respond to, but then she did the screenshot and sent to everybody. So since you sent the screenshot to everybody, let everybody actually really see it now. So this is it. The first thing, the two places I covered are two names, right? Because I know what I'm doing. The first one is her name. The second one is the name of the person she posted that day. And this was my message. I called her name. I said, I know they understand you. Your words are different from your actions. Even on my wedding week, you still dey post so person, your baby. You know, with the sweet words, said, happy birthday, my baby, and all. And I said, you told me you are not in good terms with her and her mom. You told me you are not in good terms with her, and her mom has been trying to reach out to you, but you have refused to speak to her, but yet you posted her with sweet words. And I went further to say, I am not against you posting anybody, but not after all you told me. I am not against you posting anybody, but not after all you told me. So how I won't take trust you now? And now you supposed to date with my wife on my wedding day. And I said, no, something is wrong somewhere. And the chat they see so. Who I want trust now? I'm Andy Aneze. You won't tell me say somebody won't do me something. Now you still there. I don't understand you. You see, I didn't have issues with her posting anybody. Where I had issues was not after what you told me. Like I said, the only person who supported me, or who was on my side, or who saw reasons with me, was her mom. Now, this chat I had with this person, here's it on the 10th of March. My white wedding was 15th of March. My traditional marriage was 7th of February, right? So 15th of March was my wedding day. She posted 10th, so 4 or 5 days to my wedding. Now, on 28th of June 2025, you can see it on your screen, her mom texted me and said, long time, you have forgotten me. No problem. How is your wife? Hope fine. Hope she's fine. I said, good evening, mommy. We are fine. And how are you too? I did not forget you. Hope you are fine too. And she said, I'm fine, darling. But I understand you. And she mentioned her daughter. And she said, I believe God Almighty make everything fall in place in Jesus' mighty name. She said, time will heal all wounds. Greet your wife. Good night now. And I said, okay, mommy, good night too. So even as depressed as I was at the time, you could see that I had a very peaceful and short conversation with your mom. I didn't have to overflog the matter, because at this time, June, I was already seeing the effects of everything you did. I will tell you some of the effects. Maybe you didn't know. Number one, it scattered my finances. It pieced my finances. I lost a couple of deals. I had a real estate endorsement at the time that was terminated. I also lost a very, very big deal at the time. So the brand is not even a Nigerian brand. They reached out to me and said, oh, we heard you are having so and so. I tried to make them believe that this thing is personal. I mean, it had to do with my personal life. But these people, you know, most brands, they believe in exclusivity. They were like, fine, go and fix it, and then we can talk later. Until today, we never talk, right? People stopped watching my videos, which content and which my talent and my content is like my primary source of income. So it scattered my finance. Things got so bad, money finished from my hand. It was the lowest I went in a long time. Money finished from my hand. I know it's here they talk, because I don't have that habit of calling for help from people. I like to be the one to help. So I couldn't even express, I couldn't tell anybody all that happened at the time. And the same you, on the 10th of November, on the 10th of August, the same you broke shamed me. Same you broke shamed me in front of my wife. My wife was there. And you know what made somebody to bring all of us in a phone call, in a conference call. You remember? You were shouting that day, talking, and you called me poor. You looked me, you called me poor. And my wife was there. You said I don't have money. Of course, you were right. At that time, I didn't have money. But I know Sabi beg. Even though I don't get money, I didn't beg you for money. I didn't ask you for money. So, all those things had effects on me, on my brand, on my craft. You know, I posted... Sorry, NEPA don't take lights. No mind NEPA. So, as I was saying, all those things had effects, and you know, but we just thank God for where we are today. But let me say this about myself, yeah, so that somebody will learn from this. I grew up in a different way, right? I grew up in a... There are so many things I would have loved to say, but let me even shock you, you dear actress. The same... A lot of things I'm not saying. I'm trying to, you know, curtail a lot of things. Many things. What I said in the first video was 20% of what you did. I've not said 80 with many substantial evidence. You know what happened in America. So, but let's leave that one. That one will completely ruin you, but that's not it. Don't worry. So, my wife doesn't even like the fact that I am even doing all these videos, right? But let me say this. My parents died when I was 4, right? My parents died like maybe 31 years ago. It's been a long time. So, growing up, I didn't really get enough love from people, even family, right? So I grew up searching for love in different places, in different people, friends, basically. This is why you see that once I find a friend that seems like they love me, even though the love is fake, I find it very hard to spot it. So I always go all out for friends. I always do a lot of things for friends. I just try look for love. But they find where they go love, because I didn't grow up with love like that, you know. So now my own fault be that, right? But it's something I had to work on, because as I don't marry now, I know they find love anywhere again. I don't marry love, I don't get that, right? So if you are like me, I think you don't need anybody to actually prove to you that you are loved. If God loves you, every other love is fickle, you see. So I don't want to overflog this thing and stop calling people to talk to me. At the same time, you are playing funny games, right? Your husband called me. I didn't take his call. I told him to text me, and he didn't want to text me. And I would never want to take his call. I was very sure he was not alone when he called me. And even if I had taken that call, I knew I'll be recorded. All right? I knew they were going to play sentimental game and all of that. So he shouldn't call me. Your husband had my number throughout this 1 year. Even before, long before I got married, your husband had my number. He never called me. He never reached out to me. He only apologized on your behalf and asked us to come to your house a day after our wedding, which we did. And in your house, I cried that day in your house. And you remember, my wife also cried that day. And I realized when he said we should come, when we came to your house, I realized that in as much as he was not balanced in his objections, which I understand because you are his wife. I know all those things. But he too played his own part, which I don't want to talk about him, because let me just give him that regard as a husband, right? Because I'm a husband too, so I don't want to bring him into this because he knows the role he played. But however, like I said in the first video, I have forgiven everybody. They vex me. So I didn't speak since because I didn't want to speak from pain. I wanted to speak how I ought to speak. But I tell you, if you continue like this, it will be bad for you. You know yourself and a lot of things you have done to me and to people. You know how ungrateful you have been. You know everything. And let me assume you have a conscience. You know what to do. I don't intend to come and be dragging you and all that. No, that's not my aim. This is why I'm even seizing fire and, cutting down on certain things I want to expose to the internet. Let me tell you, you can give 1,000,000 chances for your enemy to become your friend, but never give a chance for your friend to become your enemy. It won't end well. You are a friend nobody deserves to have. Stop making friends so you too can have your peace. Don't be anybody's friend so that you will not open the room for you to do the things you do to your friends. A lot of people within and outside the industry has reached out to me, including people who are very close to you. And I pity people that are very close to you. Like, I feel for them because it's risky for them, risky for their families. Because maybe each one of them have only heard you talk about another person in their presence. They've not heard you talk about them in their absence. And the day they do, it will be something else. And you called my brother and you told my brother that if they bomb me well, make I mention your name for this video, that you will sue me. You think I didn't think of court before making the video? Take these videos to court. I don't need to mention your name. Everyone knows it's you I'm talking to. So I don't need to stress myself about that. When they follow you, they go court. Now, listen, you owe a lot of people apology, especially my wife. The things you did to that lady was very unfair. You said things about my wife you should never have said. You told people that my wife is controlling me. Now you go control me before. You said a lot of things. You were the one who told people that my wife is older than me. Like how? I senior my wife with 3 years, or even more than that. You told people that I married my wife because she's a British citizen, but she's not a British citizen. You said because I want to get papers from the UK. No, I have direct access. I have 2 active visas to the UK. I don't need anybody's paper. You don't know anything about my wife. My wife is a very low-key person. She won't even give anybody a chance to get to know her more than they should. She's a boundary person. So all those things you said, I don't know where you got those things from. You propagated too many lies against my wife, and it pains me till today that it's coming from you, because I know how I held you in very high esteem. Even when you did certain things to certain people, I never thought it would get to my turn. But I just want to say, it is well. God sees everybody. God sees our hearts. And to you content creators making videos and apologizing to me, it's not necessary, because I only spoke about this because I have healed from those things and I'm still healing. And God took me through the phase, so I've learned my lessons. I am more guided now, so I mean, it's okay. No need for any apology again. So everywhere good. It's fine. We thank God for everything. It is well. This most likely will be my last video on this, so I can get back to my job. Thank you everyone who reached out to me. Thank you for all the series of messages. Although I wished those messages came like several months ago at the peak of the time, but most of you didn't believe, or most of you believed what you heard at the time, which is not bad. It's natural for you to do so. It doesn't make you a bad person. You know, it's okay. We are humans. Even me with the talk, I'm not really perfect. Just that I cannot do some of these things. I cannot do most of these things to a friend. I know rich like that. Well, it's well. God bless everybody. And next time when you call my pastor, do not insult her like that again. If you want to apologize, you know how to go about it, and you know where to find me, and you know how to reach me. Do that as soon as possible. As soon as possible. You owe my family an apology. God bless you.